Hi, I'm Julia Bailey with Lighthearded Coaching, and I'm excited to talk today about um, a lighthearted way to kind of hush the inner critic and be able to move through some of those messages that we hear internally when we're doing something new. So, um, the reason this came up recently is because I've had a client who is doing amazing work. She is really following her passion and just intuition and creativity. She is doing things that she is surprised by. She's surprised that she's had the confidence to do, and it makes sense when you're following your passion. Passion drives you to do new things and branch out into experiences that maybe you thought you were out of reach. So it's also a time when you're doing those things that are new and exciting and you haven't done in a long time or you've never done before, for your protective inner critic to start speaking up a little bit and getting a little bit louder as you're breaking out into new territory. So first, I just want to say that there's a purpose behind the inner critic. We all have them. They're created. Those voices are created around the ages of 7 to 9, and they're formed from a place of protection, needing some protection, having uncomfortable circumstances and scenarios, and then learning where some growth edges are. And that's okay. If you imagine talking to a 7-year-old version of yourself, hopefully, it's not in a way that is aggressive or, it's not a fight, but rather, okay, I hear where you're coming from, but I got this now. And I don't need the extra protection because I'm ready. I'm ready to take on this new challenge. So, also important to mention that the things that we resist and the things we fight tend to stick around and become bigger, become more significant, more intense. So it's another reason why this approach can be pretty helpful. So with this client, what we did was look for a voice, a character voice, and she happened to have one in her back pocket that she does, and she was very just willing to play, which was great. So I was thinking about this, and when you are hearing the inner critic voice, a lot of times there's a pattern that happens that you adopt in order to believe that voice. And it might be that you look down. It might be that you slow down your speech. It might be that you lower the volume. It might be that you cross your arms. And that those are things that you do in order to be able to think, listen, speak the words that your inner critic has to say for you. So this tactic is all about disrupting that pattern and finding a character voice, maybe a cartoon voice, something that hopefully will lighten the mood, maybe even make you laugh, and use that voice to say the same messages. Because when you're able to say them in a different pattern, a different a voice, a different mood, something might change. They might be less powerful. And that's what this is all about. Being able to say, thank you, but I got this. And I am ready, and I'm willing, and I'm excited to do new things. So I hope that that's helpful. And I'd love to hear, if you're playing around with this, what voice you used. And hopefully it's not an Eeyore voice. I was thinking that might be the wrong direction, but I'd love to hear, what voices you use, how it goes, what you've tried, and even more importantly, what new things you're doing that are exciting you and leading you to take on new challenges. So you can get in touch through my website, lighthearded.com, or here on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.